breaking down all 17 things you missed from Survivor Season 44, Episode 3. We're talking all things Matthew's fake idol, Danny's fake idol, Franny and Matt's showmance, Claire sitting out of the challenge, and much more. Careful for any spoilers if you haven't seen the episode yet, and I know, I'm a little late getting the recap out this week. That won't happen again, I promise. As always, make sure to stick around to the end of the video as we announce last week's buff giveaway winner. And if you want to enter next week's giveaway, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below if you'd ever want to sit out of a Survivor challenge. Let's get started with number 17, Tika after Tribal. It's always that feeling people get after going to their very first Tribal Council. Tika's in shambles after voting Helen out of the game. Well, most people, as Carson's actually super pumped for pulling off his very first blindside. But the big issue now in the Tika tribe is Sarah for sure knows she's on the outs within the group. And I know, I'm super slow getting the recap out this week. I'm super pumped for next week when we're gonna have a tribe swap. Reading into the edit a little bit, I feel like Carson's gonna be making it far as Carolyn and Sarah say they both trust him a lot. And before we go any further, we really need to bring up Carolyn's hidden immunity idol. For starters, good job Carolyn for not playing your idol at the last Tribal Council. And secondly, I'm sorry for mixing things up last week. Let's just roll the clip if you don't know what I'm talking about. And if you blinked, you would have missed this moment as Carolyn accidentally mixes up the real and fake idol. There was a little bit of confusion going on last episode whether or not Carolyn knew if her idol was fake or real. In reality, all the tribes have different fake and real idols. This comment from Monty says it perfectly. Number 16, Oh Canada. Kane's in good spirits on the Orange Ratu tribe singing Oh Canada, and Marianne has this funny tweet about it. Although we're still early on in the episode, it feels like morale is pretty high on this Orange tribe, and we finally get to see a little bit of Kane's personality, giving me some hope that the Canadian in my winner pick's gonna be making it far. Number 15, Brandon's flashback. I like the new direction Survivor's going with, not giving us so many flashbacks every episode. And on top of that, we're not seeing many sob stories, as this flashback from Brandon's all about his life as an NFL player. And just like how in basically every single one of the promos, we get the quote of him being a Renaissance man.
And then also, I consider myself a jack of all trades.
Number 14, showmance. Although we do need to bring it up briefly, I'm not gonna waste time. Every episode they're still in the game, I feel like we're gonna have a moment between Maddie and Franny. But I gotta call him out a little bit here. Are you really a Survivor superfan? You know how powerful a duo is in this game. And it looks like they're kind of being obvious about it as everyone else on their tribe notices their showmance. Number 13, Danny's idol play. Okay, hear me out for a second. I'm a little bit conflicted on these idol cages and if I ever want to see them again. Future me is not gonna have a fun time editing this part of the video because on one side of things, it makes a lot of fun TV moments, but on the other side of things, the idol cage is way too powerful. Fake hidden immunity idols are cool when it's the players making them, but I think it goes a little too far when production's making them. And on top of that, it's a completely separate note on what idol's fake and what one's real, so the new person that finds it won't know this. And yeah, it was a great TV moment. Danny's a great Survivor character. He's eating the paper, he's doing somersaults, playing it up for the camera, sure, but it was still fun. Fishback gives this awesome tweet about it. As a fan of Survivor, I'm a big fan of the idol cage and these fake idols, but on the other hand, of someone who overanalyzes all these things, making Survivor videos, this feels a little bit too overpowered and something I don't want to see in future seasons. Number 12, Tika snoring. You gotta give a little bit of a round of applause to the editors. Obviously, they didn't need to throw in the scene of the Tika tribe complaining about everyone snoring, but people like me, probably people like you, have been complaining there hasn't been enough camp life moments on Survivor. And right here, the Tika tribe complaining about everyone snoring in a moment we'll talk about a little bit later, some good old camp life. Number 11, Soka fake idol. Everyone on this green Soka tribe, and I really mean everyone, is going crazy as no one can find the hidden immunity idol. But then there's Danny kind of making fun of everyone as he's trying to make it so easy for someone to find the fake idol key that he hid. As earlier in the episode, Danny puts the fake idol back in the cage and re-hides the key for Maddie to find. Number 10, Maddie's idol disaster. We got Maddie acting all cool and smooth, thinking he found the hidden immunity idol, where in reality, no, Danny caught him and exposes him in front of everyone. This is such a great move on Danny's part, taking the target way off his back. It's a little bit confusing as so much happens so fast as Danny exposes Maddie in front of Josh. Maddie completely denies it, but one-on-one with Danny and later with Josh says, yeah, I found the idol. Obviously, this idol's really fake, but you get the idea. He then goes to actually tell Franny the truth about finding this idol, and something really important I picked up on is Franny's pissed off that Josh and Danny both know about this. So obviously from Franny's perspective, Josh and Danny are two people she doesn't want to work with. Danny ultimately tells Heidi that Matt found the idol, meaning the only person from the edit perspective that didn't know about this is Claire. Number 9, eating worms. Another small moment, but I gotta give another round of applause to the Survivor editors for putting more camp life into the episodes. As Jamie's eating a couple worms, says there's some protein in there, convinces some other people to eat them as well. Number 8, Jamie's fake idol. Survivor YouTuber Peridium loves when we get some fun editing tricks on the show. As we first think Jamie finds the hidden immunity idol with Matthew there. Well, surprise, surprise, fun editing trick. 2 days later, we cut to Matthew building a fake hidden immunity idol. Now, I know I said literally a couple minutes ago that I'm not a big fan of fake hidden immunity idols on Survivor, but this is such a big difference. There is something to be said about a fake hidden immunity idol made from the players versus one made from production. And although I was hating on Matthew a little bit in the very first episode, I love his thought process of making sure Jamie found the fake. As number 1, obviously it keeps Matthew with all the control, but number 2, it gains trust with Jamie as they find it together, and number 3, he can use the knowledge of the idol to put a target on Jamie if he needs to. Number 7, Jeff's casting call. We then cut to Jeff Probst telling all of us watching at home to go apply for Survivor. I don't know about you, but getting on Survivor is like literally my dream. A dream that I hope one day comes true, but that's a later problem. If you get lucky and your dream comes true and you get to play on a future season of Survivor, you want to make sure you're prepared for all the challenges. That's why I created idol plays with so many different replica Survivor puzzles and games for you to try. Whether it be the iconic fire puzzle, Haberdasher's problem, will it go round, the crate puzzle, or the snake game, idol plays will make sure that you're ready for Fiji. So make sure to go check out idolplays.com or the first link in my description. It helps me and the channel out so much. Number 6, immunity and reward. First off, did anyone else notice that Jam Jam's wearing that same hat that Cody made last season? Anyways, just like most challenges on Survivor, the puzzle's gonna be the great equalizer, as the players need to dive into the water and use a cube to grab some keys, dig under a log and unlock a puzzle platform, and then solve the instant insanity puzzle. And the players are also gonna be playing for reward, as the first tribe to finish is gonna get a massive toolkit and lots of fruit, and the second tribe to finish is gonna get a smaller toolkit and smaller bag of fruit. Once again, Claire is sitting out of this challenge. 100%, we're gonna be talking about this a little bit later. And we see this hilarious tweet from Omar about the moment. Number 5, the challenge. I know I literally just said it, but like all Survivor challenges, the puzzle will be the great equalizer. Although this puzzle is actually really tough, Jamie's practiced it at home. The orange tribe's gonna come in first place with the help of Jamie, but then it gets awkward as the other 2 tribes have no idea what they're doing. This recap is coming out a little late because I was away last week coaching a swimming training camp, but it was super fun having a viewing party of the episode. Eventually, the Tika tribe comes in second place, meaning number 4, Soka's nervous. For the first time all season, this green Soka tribe is going to tribal council, and they're in complete shambles. They have no idea what's going on. It's been everywhere online, people talking about how in the new era of Survivor with 3 tribes, it's statistically more likely for women to go home first. And obviously, we know what's about to happen at tribal council. Let's get it straight. For sure, there is a problem here. The math checks out. More likely than not, a woman will go home first. But at the same time, I really think you can't be skipping every single challenge. The new era Survivor has new era rules, and there's a higher emphasis on physical strength early on. Survivor 41, Survivor 42, and Survivor 43, there were no swaps. So this season, players think there's no swaps. Obviously, we're about to see a swap next episode, but the players need to think there won't be one. You lose your flint if you lose a challenge, meaning there's more importance on winning a challenge. I hope moving forward in Survivor 45, Survivor 46, we'll see the 2 tribe format return. Number 3, targets to go home. I know so many of you wait for these videos for me to break down, explain everything what's going on in these episodes. And don't worry, I'm breaking it down super quick here. There's 3 threats, 3 people that might be going home on this tribe. Number 1, it could be Claire for being the weakest member of the tribe, not competing in any challenges. Number 2, although unlikely, it could have been Matt for not having a vote at tribal council, and for the other players telling Claire it's Matt. And number 3, a little better odds than Matt, it could have been Josh, as Franny and Claire don't trust Josh at all. The big issue here, and ultimately the swing vote on this green tribe, is gonna be Heidi. If you're gonna be a new player getting on Survivor, listen up, this is really important. 44 seasons into the show, people are still making the mistake. If someone comes up to you with a plan, tell them yes right away and think about it later. If you go, I don't know, I'll think about it, the player thinks you're not on their side. A great example of this is Jonathan Penner in Survivor Philippines, and again right here with Heidi. It's one of those super super important rules of Survivor that David Bloomberg gives. Number 2, Tribal Council. Claire is getting nervous, and for a good reason. I think the part of her nerves is from Heidi not giving her a good answer. A lot could have happened based on Matt not having a vote and having a fake idol. Obviously, whenever there's a fake idol played at Tribal Council, it makes for a fun moment, but with Matt not having a vote, it means he can't use his shot in the dark. Number 1, Claire voted out. We get a little bit of hope as she plays her shot in the dark, but those 1 in 6 odds are really hurtful as she's not safe. Anyways, congratulations, Madeline. You're this week's buff giveaway winner. I'll announce a new winner for this puzzle during my next recap, and click right here for my fire puzzle video.